The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining our Foundation for Health webinar this Friday evening. I'll be talking about what makes Synergy products different. I'm Lynn Davis. I'm a chiropractor using Bowen and Emmett, with a practice going back now for about 30 years. So I've been helping people with their health for a while now. I'm just looking to see who's joining on the call now. I can see Helen Fetzer and Helen Prosper. Hello, Helen. I haven't seen you for a long time. And Marjorie's there too. And, oh, Fiona. Hello, Fiona. Welcome.
Hello.
Hi. I've known Fiona for over 10 years. She works in a highly pressured publishing business. Now, you've only just finished using the 21-day Purify kit, and I know you were rather surprised at what happened. Would you like to tell us a little bit more, Fiona?
Yes, certainly. You can hear me all right, yes?
Yep, can hear you fine.
Hooray, hooray. Yes, so I, as Lynn said, did the 21-day program, and I'd been, I suppose it'd be fair to say, I was slightly apprehensive before I did. It sounded like it was going to be good, but it also sounded like it could be hard work. I have absolutely loved it. The entire experience has just been, it's been wonderful. So I found the first few days a bit tricky, so cutting out carbs and caffeine, that was hard work. And then after that, and once I started on the program properly, it was amazing. And since I finished, it's carried on. So I've had absolutely loads of energy, still have. I've been sleeping better. I'm in a far, far better mood. My job's very stressful, and I feel much less troubled by the stresses and strains of sort of my work and anything else. I just feel very, very, very happy. What else has happened? Oh, the other very exciting thing that's happened with it was, I was hoping that I might lose a little weight doing this. I haven't actually got on the scales for fear of breaking them, but I have lost over 4 inches round my waist and several inches round everywhere else I've measured as well. So I'm very definitely a different shape, which I'm thrilled about. And I just feel absolutely wonderful. So, oh, and the other thing is, at no point since starting it have I felt really like the thing that makes it different from other diets, I think, is that I've not felt like I'm depriving myself of anything. So I haven't been feeling like I want to eat something and I'm not getting to. I'm feeling absolutely like I get to eat anything and everything I want. I just don't want a lot of things anymore. So it's just been absolutely fabulous. I've loved it. I'd do it all the time if I could.
I think you've actually been surprised at the things that have changed. You mentioned eczema and hay fever as well.
Yes, I did. So you're quite right. I have hay fever as a general rule, and so far, touch wood, I have been hardly troubled by it at all. I've had the odd little bit of itchy throat in the last couple of days, but really nothing. And normally I'm laid up with it and or full of drugs. I have had eczema that so far no sign of. Most excitingly on that, actually, I played the flute and I had become allergic to the lip plate on one of my flutes, so getting eczema right underneath my lip, which was excruciating. That has cleared up, and I can play the flute again now without any problems. So it's all just magnificent. So yes, the allergies have sort of taken themselves off.
That's absolutely brilliant, Fiona. I am so pleased for you. And now you're going to move on to the V3 so you can keep this up.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I'm very excited to do that. And again, feeling all sorts of full of energy and enthusiasm and joie de vivre, really.
A complete convert, I would say. Thank you ever so much, Fiona, for sharing that with us.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Now I'm just looking to see who else is joining us. Marjorie's there, and Jenny, Hock, and Julia. Hello, all of you. And I can see that Liz is on the line as well. Now, Lizzie is, well, I've known Lizzie for about 15 years, probably longer, because we began training in the Bowen technique. And she's also a nutritional therapist, so she has her own story, but she has also stories because her patients have been taking the products. Hi, Liz.
Hello, Lynn. Good evening. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good. Good.
Is there a particular story that you'd like to share about the difference that Synergy products have made to your clients, Liz?
Oh gosh, there's a selection to choose from, but I think yes, there is one case actually that really does stand out from the rest, because I think when people come and seek my help with diet and nutrition, it ultimately is what I'm looking for is the most profound results possible. And this lady, it just blew me away, to be quite honest. She's a lady in her mid-60s, and she had lots of different health problems. She started taking some supplements that she'd sourced for herself, but wasn't really making much progress at all. So when she came to see me, she was absolutely delighted to hear that there was a solution for her. And I really need to say that she was a lady with a lot of nutritional knowledge anyway, an ex-cookery teacher, and she's married to a hospital consultant. So before she decided to take any of the Synergy products, they absolutely scrutinised all of it, looking at all of the ingredients, and they did a massive amount of research regarding pro-arginine, the B3 and the microbiome. Now this lady, just to give you a little bit of an idea how poorly she was, she had had glandular fever, an autoimmune gut issue for over 30 years. And that was a virus that had attacked her brainstem, causing her thyroid to collapse. And she'd been left with really awful pains with post-viral arthritis for many, many years, with a weakened immune system, and suffering with low energy levels, neuropathy in her feet. Her balance was terrible. She'd very often trip and fall over. She had persistent stomach pains and really, really impaired circulation. And I know we've been talking a lot this week about circulation. With this lady, her circulation was so poor, she had to take a bath in the middle of the day, every day, to warm her body up. It was just, her body was really in quite a state. And about 5 months before I met her, she'd nearly died with hospital-borne pneumonia and had been prescribed countless antibiotics and steroids. So she really was ready to look to make a change. So to cut a long story short, she started off on Body Prime, on some magnesium, and then gradually introduced the B3 products, so Pro-Arginine, Vitalife, and then Mystify. And then after 2 months, she did the Purify program. And like Fiona, you know, Fiona's amazing story with this lady also had an amazing testimonial she shared with me. In fact, she sent me an email one day and it just absolutely made my day. And I'll just read a few things out from her email because it was just so phenomenal. She put, "So what has changed?" Well, absolutely everything, Liz. For a start, I am warm instead of constantly cold. It's quite extraordinary. I don't need my asthma inhaler anymore. My mental alertness seems to be bang on top again, and I'm sleeping really well. My weight is normalizing. No more abdominal pain in capital letters. My energy levels are ridiculously good again, just brilliant. Bowels appear to be completely perfect. It's so wonderful that I feel this way now, and I am so thrilled at the possibility of heading into the final third part of my life without all of the problems I have had for so many years. Everyone has noticed the difference in me, even the butcher, who told me I was looking extremely fantastic. And my memory seems to be coming back. The foggy feeling in my brain has gone. I also haven't had reflux or heartburn at all since doing the Purify. Not one single omeprazole has passed my lips. So after catching up with her again last week, which was about a year on from her doing the Purify, she has decided to continue all this time with Pro-Arginine, with Mystify, Body Prime, and she dips in with Biome DT and Actives when she feels her body needs a little bit more extra help. But in actual fact, she just keeps improving, and each time I see her, she just says this has just been life transformation. And when I saw her last week, she said that her balance is the best ever. She no longer feels wobbly or tripping up. Her knee pain is now totally gone. She can run up her stairs. She's so astonished, as her husband is, who works at the hospital, that she's had no colds, no infections for this length of time now, well over a year. And this is the longest spell in all of her life that she's had no stomach pain. So it really has been absolutely life-changing for this lady, and she swears by Pro-Arginine.
Amazing story, Liz.
Oh, it is absolutely amazing. And the list goes on, Lynn, and yeah, it just is so different to when I was just working with other supplements in my practice as a nutritionist. So it's just life-changing in many, many cases.
Thank you ever so much, Liz, for sharing that with us. That is lovely, really lovely.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes, I've been taking Synergy products for over 3 years now. I'd been down the conventional medical route with no change for years, and then I'd been looking at alternatives for my terrible itchy skin, and I realised that my problem was a lot to do with food and my gut not working correctly. It's been a long journey, but I'm getting better and better. Still a little way to go, but I have suffered since I was 6 years old. That was quite a few years ago. So my first proper job was working in a pharmaceutical laboratory. Strange, I know. It was in Hull, and I was testing their pills. Then I trained and became a radiographer, taking x-rays of people, zapping both them and myself with ionizing radiation. It was very heavy work, and I suffered very painful backache and sciatica. I found a chiropractor that helped me, and so trained as a chiropractor, like you would. So I've been working with people and helping them out of pain for about 30 years. I've learnt during that time that the human body is a magnificent piece of equipment, and given the right conditions, it can heal itself. I'm seeing more and more people now who don't want to take medications. There are so many adverse reactions to pharmaceutical potions. Each pill you have with a side effect, you are then given another pill to counteract the side effect, and so on. Research by universities in England estimate that 230 million medication errors took place in the NHS. And here are a few of them. The 39% were prescription errors, of which 38% were the wrong dose, 18% the wrong choice, 12% where there were known allergies to a drug, and 6% the wrong frequency, and 4% is drug-to-drug interaction. 19% were transcribing errors, where 78% had illegible signatures and time and order were illegible. 11% were dispensing errors. 37%, over a third, were decimal point errors. 23% were calculation errors, and the rest were dosage, where it was wrongly divided. The last 38% is in administering. There are at present 6,561 combination of drug incompatibles. How is the average GP who sees a patient every 10 minutes supposed to remember all these? The Independent newspaper reported that NHS medication errors contribute to as many as 22,000 deaths a year. The total cost of the NHS over the 2017-18 will be in excess of £124 billion. And in a speech in February this year, MP Jeremy Hunt announced new measures to reduce errors and improve patient safety, which costs £1.6 billion a year, which is a large amount from that amount of excess. In a speech in this week's webinars, we've been talking about heart health. We've all heard of statins. There's no research to show that they're reducing heart disease. And there's more research now that statins cause diabetes and Alzheimer's, as the drug reduces enzymes that are necessary in the body's functions. Dr. Malcolm Kendrick, a GP in Lancashire, a determined and informed critic at statins, has written a book, The Great Cholesterol Con, as well as other medical obsessions such as health checks. He campaigns for a more balanced approach to health. A group of medical students have recently asked why nutrition is not included in their syllabus. And a group of doctors are now looking at lifestyle medicine, looking at the why we have the disease rather than treating the symptoms. The tide is turning. There are many programs on radio and television now, newspaper articles almost daily telling us to eat more healthily. We've programs on the TV with doctors like Michael Mosley and Dr. Rangan Chatterjee, showing people with real problems how to change their lifestyle and alter their eating habits and getting remarkable results. Chefs like Jamie Oliver and Hugh Fearnley-Whittingstall are cooking with families, showing them how to make much cheaper and better for them than buying ready meals or takeaways. And they're also shaming big food manufacturers about their shameless marketing strategies. Many people are now recognising what we eat and drink plays a huge part in our health and wellness, and we are encouraged to eat 5, 7 and now 10 portions of fruit and vegetables each day. Eat less sugar, less fat and salt. But this is not the whole picture. We need unprocessed food in all categories, whole foods without additives, farmed without massive amounts of fertilisers, and harvested and shipped to us in season without harmful sprays to stop them going off. You get the picture? We need to have chicken and meat that has been fed with what nature intended without antibiotics. Food is now nutritionally poor, so the need for supplementation is absolutely vital for maintaining good health. If you ate this salad 50 years ago, how many plates of salad would you need today to have exactly the same nutritional value? Not 5, not 10, but 47. A staggering number found in a study undertaken by a Swiss university recently. We're all on this scale of elite health. Some less healthy, some of us are in the middle, and some are in robust health, but we can all strive for optimum health. People are beginning to take charge of their own health and are buying supplements in well-known high street shops, supermarkets, and from the internet. The web's a marvellous place, and if you have an ailment, you Google it. So how do you know what to order for which pain or problem? Which pills will help the most? There are an enormous variety of supplements that tell you they are the ones. Where are they made, and do they contain the ingredients they say they do? Are those ingredients bioavailable? Will your body be able to use them? Is the quality always the same each time you purchase them? Where are the ingredients sourced and by whom? And sourced in an eco-friendly way? So many unanswerable questions. Many of the supplement companies outsource the manufacture of their products, so have no control over the ingredients or quality assurance. Some pills have fillers, and bulking agents could be talcum powder. Many ingredients are synthetic and don't work in the way the plant-based products do. But ultimately, we're once again treating symptoms, not root causes. So we're just using a sticking plaster over the problem. But Synergy products will fill that gap perfectly. Elite health and metabolic function are interchangeable terms because it's through metabolic function that elite health is made possible. Metabolic processes support the body's organs and systems, including cardiovascular function, digestion, and metabolizing nutrients into energy. Metabolic function is the basis for life. So, whether you're a couch potato or an Olympic athlete, you have the potential to live a better life. Last week in our webinars, we heard how research into the body's microbiome, the community of microorganisms, good and bad, in and on our body, but mostly in our gut, that have a direct link to our health. Last Friday, there was a news report about new research from the Universities of Nottingham and King's College that there is a definite link between the gut microbiome and hardening in the arteries. The larger the amount of microbial diversity in the gut reduces inflammation, so reduces the chance of diabetes, obesity, stomach and bowel diseases, and autoimmune conditions, and now a risk of heart disease. While most health companies take a symptomatic approach to wellness, Synergy Worldwide holistically addresses metabolic health and wellness at a foundational level, promoting elite health through the microbiome. So this is the Hughes Centre for Research and Innovation. It was opened in February 2015 and designed with a goal to combat health trends driven by poor diet and lifestyle choices through natural, nutritionally therapeutic products. It is outfitted with the state-of-the-art instruments and is the hub of Synergy Worldwide's new product development. Scientists here verify the identity, purity, and potency of potential product ingredients and work to discover unique formulations which may lead to new products. Guided by Dr. Matthew Tripp, the Hughes Centre brings together well over 30 experts from scientific and medical fields to make new supplements. The team conduct clinical studies to prove a new product's efficacy, which is crucial to the long-held belief in natural therapeutic products. And it's through clinical testing that the team have made groundbreaking discoveries which have led to patent applications and officially patented Synergy products. All the products are made by Synergy and every batch meets strict quality assurance standards and passes good manufacturing practices in the state-of-the-art manufacturing facility. We don't guess, we test, we guarantee. Our quality assurance facility has 4 labs: the herb lab, the mineral lab, vitamin lab, and the micro lab, which is the busiest. If the raw ingredient has harmful bacteria, then it's immediately rejected. These scientists have over 600 tests to determine the quality, purity, and potency of raw materials and finished products. We spend over $1 million on quality testing alone. Every batch of every Synergy product is rigorously tested through all the processes, as your health is paramount. We're committed to doing whatever it takes to give you the purest products to unlock your potential and achieve elite health. This is why Synergy products are so different, and they're very concentrated food. So this is the last webinar for this week, but starting next Monday, we'll be hearing about Synergy products to use on the go. John Burgess begins on Monday with Joint Health on the go. He will also be on our Sunday webinar, which is Discovering Synergy, at 8 o'clock, and you use the same registration details. John is a personal trainer with a great deal of nutritional knowledge. He has his own Synergy business and is one of the top leaders in the UK. So if you would like to know more about the business behind the products, join his webinar on Sunday. We've also an exciting Business Accelerator Training Day on June the 9th in Birmingham, where we will all be involved in learning how to take our Synergy business to the next level. If you would like more information about any of these things, please get in touch with the person who invited you to these webinars. I'm sure they will all be happy to answer any questions. I'd like to thank you very much for listening and hope you've enjoyed all the information this week. I hope you all have a great weekend and I hope the sun shines for us. Good night to you all.